Wait, what we're having? 6, 7, 8, 9. If Lou McKellar is trying to say Ronnie is crocheting lick tongue, she might say instead Ronnie or. We're just starting the perfect couple, and I already hate the whole cast. I think though, Jem, if you hate the whole cast, that's kind of the point. Like I think you're supposed to hate the whole cast at the beginning. Yeah, they're playing their parts perfectly. Just give it a beat. You'll start changing your mind on some of them. I won't say which ones. 8. Because that's kind of the point of that show, is like everybody starts out like horrible, and then some people like endear themselves to you, and some people get much worse. And that's the whole point. Yeah, she's hanging out with Shadow. What do you mean we? She always hangs out with Shadow on Sundays. Well, most of the time. I shouldn't say always. 1, 2. 7. What? 8. 9. Good grief. Tacking this down, I didn't realize would be such a hassle. 2. 3. 4. 7. 8. 9. Hard for me to feel for someone after they've given me an impression this bad, but we shall see if there are any redemption arcs. I wouldn't say you're gonna love the characters at the end, but they do go on slight redemption arcs, I will say. Some of them. Others of them, not so much. Or I will say, have you guys already seen the opening sequence yet? Because apparently they filmed the opening sequence after they'd finished filming the whole show, and like 90% of the cast really didn't want to do it, and they all felt super awkward about it. But they did it anyway. And that's apparently what they keep bringing up when they were doing press tour, is that in interviews. And they're like, this was so weird. We didn't understand it. I guess it sort of works in the vision of the show, but when we had to do it, it was weird as fuck. 7. 8. 9. Yep, yeah. Like, it's kind of cute, but like, it's also kind of weird. I don't know. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, fuck, I messed something up. I have to count. Do I go back and redo it? I probably just have a double somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. Oh no! I do have to rip it. Okay. We're just gonna restart this row. It's fine. I've returned on mobile. Welcome back. Did a big mess up over there. Okay. Is it burger time already? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hate it here. Oh no! 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you guys didn't know, TwitchCon just happened. And I was watching my friend BMAT stream earlier, and apparently on their badges, I don't know why this reminded me, my brain just went like in 15 different directions, and here we are. Apparently they had QR codes on their badge because he's a partnered streamer. And the QR codes didn't lead to your Twitch page, they led to like a Google search of your name. Like, why? Why did they do that? And then somebody in his chat was like, maybe it's because they're also ashamed of their mobile app. I was like, damn, though, that could be right. That could be real. Or... But I know he was saying for him at least, like, his Google search, like, leads you to, like, some weird Russian tank. So, it was, like, a weird TwitchCon experience for him. He's like, it was a good conversation starter. Oh. Or... 5... 7... 8... 9... My headcanon is that everyone hates Switch Mobile except the execs on the mobile team specifically. To be fair, they might also hate it, but yeah, probably they're the only ones that are like, this is cool. Lead away from it, and the UX constantly gets worse, yeah. It might have also been like a higher ups, like make it more like TikTok requests that they were not given a choice on. 6, 7, 8, 9. And now like the developers are just waiting for people to complain enough that they can put it back. Because as somebody that's worked in a corporate world for a long time, like that also happens where they're like, we really want you to do this. And you're like, okay, but it's gonna be horrible and everyone's gonna hate it. And they're like, no, but it'll be like TikTok. It'll be great. We'll make so much money. So that could also be what's happening, is that it was like a higher ups choice and not the devs choice. And that might be part of why it's getting worse, is because they really don't want it to work anyway. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. My fingers are tired because I crocheted all day yesterday. I shouldn't have, but I did it anyway. Whatever, it's fine. We'll do a couple rows of this. I don't know if I want to go to 72 on his body or 66. We'll see. We might be going 72. He might be chunky. Anything not desktop. Because obviously the actual devs don't enjoy mobile Twitch for a year plus. Yeah, I don't know. I think my guess is that like most people just enjoy Twitch on desktop, because I can see even from my numbers that most people are watching on desktop, which I don't know, maybe there's a lot more watching on mobile for big streamers, so maybe that's part of the disconnect too, is that a lot of people are watching smaller streamers on desktop, but on big streamers are being watched on mobile more. So maybe for big streamers, like that mode of using Twitch works better, because you are just trying to discover big new streamers and you don't really care what's happening, you know? So maybe it is useful for most people, but then for anybody watching anybody that's not like 13,000 viewers is like, it's useless for. Twitch was off once, I'm still better than this. It's easier to type, interact, reply. Yeah, I think that too. I think that's why I like it better. Like I'll use mobile if I have to, like if I'm out and about, but if I'm home at all and I don't have to be on my phone for Twitch, I won't be. So I like prefer to be on desktop if I can. So mobile is if I'm laying on my couch with obviously, but yeah. Mobile for me is like if I'm in the yard with the dogs, or like I had to run an errand, or I'm like in the basement doing laundry and I didn't want to miss anything. So I take it with me on mobile real quick and then I get back to my desktop when I get back upstairs. So I feel that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what like the real Twitch numbers are. I know I can see like my numbers specifically. Most people are on desktop, but I don't know if that means like that's how Twitch at large works. There's a lot of big streamers too. People just lurk, so maybe it is a really big thing for mobile users in that sense. I don't know. I'm sure they'll never tell us, but I wonder too if they're prepping to like throw ads in there as well, like as you're scrolling, like TikTok style. I wonder if they're planning to start throwing ads in the middle of that, and that's also part of why it's like that right now. Is they're gearing up to like add ads in there to make more money. That would be my guess. I haven't seen any, but I also don't scroll that thing very often. So there could be ads already. Speaking of mobile, oh no. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Like he needs to get chunky faster. He wasn't getting chunky quick enough. Guess you just texted me that they're excited to get more baked goods. Ayo. It's working. It's working. What are you gonna make this time? Because now you gotta follow it up. You need that licky badonka? I know. I'm like, I keep trying to look at this picture and I'm like, he does kind of like expand from here. Why are we mad at Lumily now? Woof woof, sniffs pink yarn, lick tongue, woof, colorful mat, mobile twitch, whines, Helen Keller bot, confused bark, treats, woof woof, wags tail, arf, crochet more, good human. That's what slash who the breakfast cake for. Oh, okay. Skellen, I don't think you can say fuck Lumily because you're the one that put her in this mode. She said my cake was half baked. Yeah, but you're the one that put her in this mode, so you can't be that mad at her, you know? Okay. Is this better? Yeah, let's do a couple rows of this. Wow. Hello, welcome in. What do I call you? Is it Adars? I don't know how to say your name. Let me know how to say your name, but welcome in. How are you doing? We just out here making lickitung. How'd you find us? Tell me everything about you. Is that too forward? I'm sorry. Hello, welcome. Atara's fine. Hell yeah. I put her in that mode because she insulted my baking, actually. Oh, okay. Love it. Okay, perfect. I ask a lot of questions, so. If you love it now, that bodes really well for the future. I wouldn't call myself nosy, but I do like to know things. In the stream, she'll know your life story, trust me. How long did it take me to know your life story, Jess? Or have you left stuff out and now I have to bully you? Because if you've left stuff out, I will be bullying you post-haste. We are sisters. Yeah, I know, but still. What is this Poke name? I'm making Lickitung. So he's in this way. He's in the corner of the stream down there. And we're making a Lickitung, but we're only done with the head. We've only gotten head so far. I love half-baked cakes. I hate dry ones. Like, they have to be moist. The cake has to be moist. Bottom right is what direction. Listen, I keep trying to point this way because this is the way that it would be. Now I'm pointing the right direction. I'm gonna stop talking. It is moist, trust. Yeah, moist. The cake's gotta be moist. They have to be hot. Doesn't become Play-Doh. I don't want it. Oh man. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for your prime. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Welcome in officially. Enjoy the emotes. My friend made them, most of them. All the really good ones, all the weird ones I made, the junk ones. You'll be able to tell the difference. I do call people nerd a lot, fair warning, but it is out of love, for I am also a nerd. So don't worry. I'm wearing my That's That Me Depresso shirt, and it's a cat crying with a cup. Okay, but Jess, are you at a computer right now? I know you are. Can you look up Pal World and look up Depresso? Those two words together. Because it'll crack you up. That's what I picture every time somebody says Depresso now. Yeah, they literally just made a depressed Pokemon. That's That Me Depresso. That's immediately what I thought. I was like, is it a shirt with just that pal on it? That's me in 200% of situations in life. Oh yeah, and then the hosties. Hosties Mr. Skellen made of my emotes. So lots of very talented friends that have made my emotes. You'll be able to tell the ones that I made. They are not as clean. They are also all stolen from other stuff. Allegedly. Couple more. Couple more. It's no trash or stare. Well, stare D-pad made. But I made trash. I made trash, I made treasure, and then I made the pip spin and the Tumba dance. I'm very talented at clipping and cropping. And then saving files. Very talented in those regards. Yeah, I was like, I'm hoping to get something done today. Hour and a half in, nothing done. I just want y'all to know the secret project that Jess won't let you guys see. It only took me like 5 or 6 hours yesterday. And it's way bigger than this. I just go so much slower on stream. I'm gonna have to figure that out. At least you guys can see it now. I think also I tend to like lean like this and it's hovering. I'm not used to having like my arms in the desk, so that's new for me. Feels very like formal. This setup for me. No reaction. I'm just. I'm sure you wear something with sleeves like that. What do you mean? I mean, this doesn't have the sleeves like that. It's got arms. It just, when I tuck it in, like I do it on purpose. It doesn't actually do that. Also will not be fielding questions, but Looking at Me is Sabrina's best song. I don't disagree. I freaking love that girl. I'm obsessed. Running its face melting temp. Oh, well. Yeah, that does make it hard. Not know the words at one of her concerts. I know, I could not with that. I was like, y'all came to the concert, you don't have the words memorized? Oh, Eeyore? Okay. We're going Depresso. She did. She looks so disappointed. She literally like took the mic back and then she put it back down and then they like started singing it, but it was like so long. I was like, y'all, come on. Where's Eeyore? There he is. Mm. Alright. So does this a no, long sleeves or no? Never? Does it ever get cold enough for them? I could not live without sweater weather. Like, I am just the kind of person that is built to be in the colds. Even though I have poor circulation, it's much better being in the cold than the hot. I guess the temperate, but it's something I've liked about being out here is that it gets like not super crazy hot in the summer, but then it gets cold in the winter still. Live in days like today, 91 degrees. 91 degrees? No, no, not for me. Absolutely not. It's so hot. All the dishes not being used are clean. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm proud. See what 4 looks like. I might have to go to 60 after 4. Yeah, it does. Song request works. If you don't have the exact song, if it can't find it, it'll pick something else. So, but as long as it's on Spotify, song request is on. Just do exclamation SR and then it's name or artist or both. It's winter weather most of the days between late October and early March. Okay, so you'll get there eventually. Just a touch warmer outside than my ideal temp, and that we were high of 66. Yeah, I think if every day was like 65, I think that's ideal. Every day being like 65, maybe colder, honestly, because 65 is too hot still to wear like warm clothes. But yeah. But I think it does work with just the name of the song. It's more consistent if you put the artist as well. Yeah, or the Spotify link. That also works. Mm-hmm. Here you go. Is only as crazy and you are freeballing. I have seen people put name of the song only and it ends up with something weird. So you kind of take your life in your own hands at that point. But you know, Jem, I don't know. Some people like to do that. What do I know? Some people do exclamation song requests and then they put a YouTube link and then Spotify picks something at random and then they're confused. So, you know, it's really hard to give directions on Twitch, I would say. Oh man, did that work? I don't know if that worked. No. Okay. I was like, does that even okay. I was like, is that a I was about to be like, is that a command? Does that work? I think you can skip it though. You could skip it. Or you could remove it. I mean, you know. I don't know why I'm telling you. You know how this works. Just being a twat. I didn't do the right one. Okay. Okay. I dare her. There we go. Why? Why? I need to turn my phone off. Too many people on Slack. Why are people on Slack today? People shouldn't be on Slack today. That's dumb. Oh, we see your phone? Oh, here? Oh, you do? Fun. Okay, don't look at my Slack. That's rude. That's really rude. Don't look at it. Easy peasy. I forgot about the camera on top of my head. I'm gonna be honest. Why not, pussy? Like, do I have to look at it over here? I think I have to look at it over here. Did you see anything exciting? I don't think you saw anything exciting. You hear yes, mannequin pussy? Okay, cool. As long as we didn't see anything exciting. It's puss.e. Is this the wrong song then that just got added? Or is it fine? This is what I'm all about. Okay, cool, perfect. I know what he's talking about. Okay, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna decide if it's time to expand yet. It might be, actually. Might be 60 time. Alright, we're going to 60. We're about to be to the devil's numbers, so get your summoning circles ready. I cannot with this show. What part are we at? What part are we at? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still episode 1. I'm not gonna like anyone. Yeah, probably not. They don't. I'm not gonna say anything, but don't worry. You'll be mostly satisfied by the end. Toss his ass in a circle. Hell yeah. Okay. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. In case anyone's wondering, I'm always wondering. You almost never tell me when you're tossing your ass in a circle. You'll be mostly satisfied by the end. Kicker for the LA Chargers is named Cameron Dicker. Dicker the kicker. Oh my god. He was just born to be a kicker, it turns out. You know, you can't not be a kicker with that kind of name. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dicker the kicker went to Texas and the coach refused to say that phrase. I don't like Dakota Fanning. I think for me, it was like, I feel like I generally like her, but for some reason, like, she does not seem like herself in this show, which I guess maybe is a sign that she's doing a good job in her part, but she doesn't seem like herself. She doesn't look like herself. Like, she's very much not Dakota Fanning in this part. 8, 9, 10. Like, it's not who she ever plays. Like, in general, I've not liked her ever. I don't mind her. She's, like, fine. She's got some good stuff. I feel like she's mostly, like, pretty cutesy, so this is kind of, like, I would say a stretch from what she normally does, which is probably why she wanted to do it, but when Portis used the phrase, he'd go, "Who?" and they had to say it again into the mic louder. Because people in places named Dakota aren't good. Oh, no. Do you know a Dakota? Tell us more about Dakota. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I live in one. I didn't think your wife's name was Dakota. What are you talking about? More bright colors, whimsy, as if the world needs more of that. Dakota Fanning, Dakota the State. Nothing good comes from Dakota. Or crochet. I'll probably just unravel in the end anyway. What's the point? I work with a Dakota? Dang. I live in my wife? I don't know why you wouldn't. What would a Ranada Sai emote look like? I don't know. Do we need a Ranada Sai now? We're flexing out of this. It was a compliment. It was supposed to be a compliment. First at a daycare, I am scared for these children. They should be scared, though. They should be scared for their lives. But just in general. Did I forget what I was doing again halfway through this row? Yes, I did. Sometimes I zone out and I mess up. It'd be like cat dog, except I'm just dangling down from your waist. Like, hi, kids. Well, you don't have to. Living in her doesn't mean you'd have to be there all the time. You could, like, go to work and stuff still, you know? It's not like you take your house with you when you go to work. Okay. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Seven, 8, 9, 10. You like violence? Do you want to watch me stick 9-inch nails through each of my eyelids? Oh, man. We still love Eminem and Eminem. Uh-oh, he's broken. He's broken! He's self-lobotomizing! You could have at least gone live and done it for content. You're gonna need the money anyway when you're brain dead. So, 8, 9, 10. Self-lobotomizing yourself, sod up. I mean, depends on what kind of day it is, I suppose. What's the vibe today, you know? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, I can count, y'all. I can count. 8, 9, 10. Same thing. Okay. Okay. I'm liking this. I'm glad we went back a little bit. I can stuff this a little bit fuller. Yeah. It's all coming together. Alright. I really wish I had wireless earbuds for this. It's really annoying having the cable. I need a pair of, like, good wireless earbuds that are not... I guess I could use my shitty Apple ones. They wouldn't last the whole stream. I have a pair of like over the ear ones, which I like wearing, but it like smashes my curls. So I don't like doing it when people can see me. Maybe I should just get over it and just smash the curls. I don't know. I do it in private where no one can see me, you know? Same thing. Same thing. Are the ones that last like 8+ hours, but they're very expensive. I mean, I have a pair of like Raycons, I guess, that I bought ages ago. They might last the whole stream. Like in-ear ones. I'd hear more with headphones on. Really? Interesting. I think it just never looks good. I have noticed with me tucking my hair behind one ear, I like headphones better on me. Because I think it's when both have it and then it just sticks out. And if I set it, I have to set it on top of my hair also. Because if I push my hair back, I get this weird like pushback on both ears, and I hate when all my hair is behind it and it's just big. So if I put it on top of my hair and smash the curl almost, then I like it better. And then with this ear tucked. So that's the only way that I will wear them anymore. I could go get them. I could just wear headphones, so I don't have to deal with this cable. What vibe are you feeling for the next song request? Whatever you're feeling. Adds like dimension sometimes, but I hate that covers my cute earrings. Oh yeah, that's true. Because I want to wear my Halloween earrings. That's fair. Just make Leia muffs. Ooh, yikes. Ginger, hello. Don't worry. I can go from slow to burn down a church. For the streets. Go for the streets. When I was wearing my headphones on stream, I used to split some of my hair forward. Here, let me just, I'll grab my headphones. Damn. You know, the reason they made sidewalks is because the streets aren't for everyone. Dang. That means I'll be watching the VOD back. I can flip this, Ginger, if you remember where you were. And let you go from there. I always split my hair forward. Yeah, that's why. I always figure which one is which. So if I do this, I have to do this, and then I have to like put some hair out. But like, even then I don't like it as much. I don't know. It like bugs me. I just feel like it looks weird. I don't know. Like I can never get it to sit properly. No matter how much hair is like forward, it always looks weird. It looks good. Does it look good? Should I leave them on? Or should I try it? Let me pair it. Look like a girl who's introverted and mysterious and should be at a coffee shop. I should always be at a coffee shop. That's for sure. Let me see if I can get it to connect. Add a device. Will it discover it? Oh, it will. Will my mixer know about it? Oh, it will. Okay, we're gonna try it. I want to be cute and mysterious. Listening to music and writing a journal. I feel called out. Okay. Man. Oh, such a struggle. Everything about my life, such a struggle. Why is it so quiet? Oh. This is coffee shop brownie? I just feel like this is like, doesn't sit right. Yellow bits will be done separately? Yeah, they'll be done separately. They'll be done separately for sure. Okay, my coffee shop running now? Are we vibing it? This is what I look like when I'm not on stream. Does the music sound better? Yeah. It does. If it does worth the switch, that's true. It's turned up though. They're much quieter than my... Do I sound like I'm shouting? Do I sound like I'm shouting? I also don't talk a lot when I'm wearing big headphones, so... I'm writing my romance novel called Into the Dick of It while listening to indie soul pop music and singing on venti double iced white mocha frappuccino. And what if I am? And what if I am? To the mouth, but it wouldn't get... Yeah, no, I'm gonna put the yellow on top, Ginger, after the fact. That's today's theme for sure, yeah. We'll see if these last the whole stream. I don't know if they were fully charged today. Oh, see, this is bugging me. I just can't look at it. That's the answer. Don't look at it. Like, do I need to pull this? There's a super cute guy at the counter glancing at you. Should I say hey? Yes, I should. Can you say hey for me and then give him my number? And then tell him I looked at him from across the bar. Ugh, this side is too flat now. There's just everything. I always have issues. Well, it's fine. She's too cool, too mysterious. Yeah, he couldn't approach me. His name is Sebastian, but spelled like Sebastian. No. Sports headphones that go behind the head. I mean, I have a pair of those, but like they're in-ear. I have a pair of wireless in-ear ones, but gotta include the coffee shop's names. You can't say no, that's his name. Oh, okay. Or Seabass. He's probably just Seabass Ramen. That's his name. In which case, if he comes and talks to me as Seabass Ramen, I'm gonna be like, boy, bye. Back to the ocean with you. Hi, I'm Ronnie. What's your name? Oh no, Sebastian? Fuck that. Nah. Yeah, exactly. Like, let me talk to your parents before I agree to go on a date. I need to know if they were mentally sound when they named you and spelled your name. Sebass Ramen. My name is Erica, but spelled Erica. See, she sounds cool though. She sounds like a good time. I'd probably also want to talk to her parents and be like, what were you guys smoking when you had her? I have questions. Can't remember the names, but I can tell you what the bracelet categories are. Bracket categories? Oh. What are the categories? Ginger, are you following along on this or are you just gonna watch the VOD? Like, do I need to keep flipping this back and forth for you? Famous drag queen Jujubee's real name is Airplane? Really? I didn't know that. Should have called me Airily. Not that. My parents actually named me so that my name couldn't be nicknamed. They succeeded. They did not succeed with my sister. Decided to name like Airplane after 9 months of carrying. That's a white person phonetic way of spelling it. I mean, listen, Jess, if it's between airplane and like a bunch of letters and numbers that makes you have to shriek to say somebody's name, I'll take airplane. You know? Spanish Kitty enters chat and de-seasons her name and whitifies it. This name sounds like a caveman sentence. This name is absurd. This name is something else. And these names are normal, spelled differently. Wait, for your name, you mean? Are you talking about your name? Wait, sorry, it's airline. Oh, it's airline. Oh, so much different. So much different than airplane. Categories for the brackets, okay. Oh, nice, thank you. Several more plane categories for the next bracket. Places, names, gemstones, very long names, royalty, and more. Wait, what are you talking about? Skellen, I'm super confused now. What are you talking about? Any of the participants know they're in the bracket? Oh. What is this bracket? I don't understand what's going on anymore. I feel like I missed something. I'm having a classic Ronnie moment where I don't know what's going on. Also, hi, honey. March Madness style bracket at work of fucked up names. Oh, dang. How does one win this bracket of fucked up names? Hi, honey, right in front of your wife is wild. Why? She's friends with honey. Why is that wild? Why is that wild? I don't call her honey. I call honey honey. Actually, usually I yell honey at her. I feel like the joke took off and you stared down and missed it. No, I got it. I just ruined it, is really what I did. Choose my honey first, yeah. Choose Gem's honey, really. She's not even my honey. She just sometimes, you know, blesses me with her presence. One coworker and I put them together, seeded them by category, and the team votes on them. Oh, wow. With a non-conventional name, I hate when names are judged for spelling. That's fair. I'm printed on Gem. Someone named their kid Weenie and the last name makes it much worse. Oof. That ain't good. We don't like that. We don't like Weenie. I don't know, I was gonna say, is their last name Hut or something? My name is spelled ethnically, so most of these names are not just spellings. That's fair. Worse than Hut? Oh no! Not worse than Hut. Cave. It's Cave. Not Cave. Cave is crazy. Oh my gosh, it's the thing. It's the Jess thing.
Oh, okay. Here they are.
Oh my gosh, Farrell, hello.
So, look normal.
Welcome in, readers. How's the stream? Hello, nerds. How are we today? Hopefully Gouda. How was the rest of the Astrobot? Did you guys know that Farrell is going to play Gollum as my stream redeem game? Because he definitely follows through when he agrees to things. We're not doing too bad. If you guys don't know me, I'm Ron Irene. I'm a variety streamer. But we're making we're making this little guy today. He's a little lick-a-tongue guy. He doesn't have a tongue yet, but he will have a tongue, I promise. So far, he's just a head. Oh no. Ended up happening because her name was meant to be Erilyn and someone messed up. Oh no. You look beautiful today. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm self-conscious because I never wear headphones in front of people. So it's making me self-conscious. But I appreciate it. I'm just over here panicking. No, I'm not playing Golem, but you agreed. You guys did tell me to keep him on, yeah? I'm coffee shop Ronnie today. I'm having a coffee shop Ronnie moment. 20 more minutes, you're gonna think you look funny without them? No, because I wear them a lot, like on my own. Like I wear them a lot to walk around the house. Like if I'm not on a call, these are what I wear. Because if I'm on a call, I don't think these have a mic. I wear like AirPods because it picks it up better. And then I can hear the dogs better and stuff. But I wear them around the house and I still think I look weird when I'm walking around the house. I like them, so I wear them. Like how the sound sounds, but I've like never liked how my curls interact with my hair, but y'all said I look fine, so we're leaving it today and we're just rolling with it. Not Poindexter at all. Now I think I look like Poindexter. But anyway, we're rolling with things today. Thank y'all for pushing me. Okay. Did I do another? No, I didn't. Another lick-a-tongue to crochet. Those headphones will probably start hurting soon if they haven't already. At least the Raiders got to escape to a different stream. The colorful mat is just mocking us with its cheerfulness. Battery from Agua. Sounds good. Watch your review and found out it's the worst game of the decade. It is. It would be. Listen, Farrell. I think what you're missing is the meme-ness of it being bad. I think that's the part you're not getting, is it would be a meme. I was trying to give you a meme in a dream, you know? I was trying to help. And it would be a super rare plat for you. Wouldn't that be fun? I'm always trying to find rare plats for you in Shadow, you know? Made some good progress today, hoping to wrap it up on Tuesday. Nice. Are you gonna plat it or just play it? Because I never know. I know you don't always plat every game. Oh, it might be the worst game ever. Top review is it would be a disservice for your console to have this game anywhere near it. Yeah, but Farrell said I could redeem any game and it fits within his platinum requirements, so... And then he took it back and he said no. Can you believe it? Don't worry, his other two choices are the Tour de France 2044 and Kong. So, some other bangers. I'm trying to find a way that my hands don't, or my arms don't hurt. Lord of the Rings people greenlit that, but then I look at Lord of the Rings of Power, yeah. Then you look at Rings of Power and you're not surprised anymore. I'm gonna plat Astrobot. Platform is my favorite game to be genred of here, so I gotta show some support. Oh, nice! Have you seen the game, Farrell? It's like, I don't know if it's coming to PlayStation, but it's like, you look at it like in 3D space, but then you also have like a Game Boy in your hands and it shows you like the other 2D sides. You can only look this way on the screen, and then the Game Boy shows what you look like from this side. So it's like a platformer this way and this way, but then you have to look at both views for it. I don't remember what it's called. But that might be fun if it's on PlayStation. I don't know if it's like only Steam though. It's not out yet. You ever watched the Drag Queens in the Talkback show? She talks about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I sent it to Calvin because it seems like a very Calvin game to play. Where it's like kind of a weird type of platformer, but it looked really cool because it was basically like you have to platform in both dimensions, but like each dimension you look at differently, so it's kind of cool. Because I think like you'd have to jump forward over like a gap, but you have to look at it like on the Game Boy screen, so it's kind of fun. Like Fesby more, yeah. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. You're from Mordor, Garl may be perfect. Thank you, Scurvy. I appreciate the support. Farrell won't play my game suggestion. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. Rings of Power Season 2. The first one can be described as basically nothing happens, but the second season is very fun and focusing on stuff like and it's hard the Deceiver, even if some of the lore has been shifted about. I think my problem with it, Ginger, is it feels because I'm watching Season 2 also. It just feels very like I don't know, it feels very like fan service and not so much like lore service. Like it doesn't feel grand. Like Lord of the Rings, no matter how many times I watch it, it feels very grand. And Rings of Power never really feels very grand. Like there's just some like magic missing almost. If that makes sense. I don't know. Also, Ginger, if you wanted to follow along, let me know because I can flip my paper back and forth so you can see the stitches that you missed. Trusting Gollum was the downfall of Mordor. Yeah, but like, it was gonna end up somewhere anyway. It looks and feels so modern Hollywood. Yeah, it's like the costuming looks cheap, the set looks cheap, like the effects don't seem practical anymore. It's not incredible. Like it's good. It's fine. They're getting the lore pretty good, but like I don't know. Overall it just doesn't have the magic. Like I am one of the people that rewatches Lord of the Rings every single year for New Year's Eve. And I don't think I ever sit down and I'm like, oh, you know what I want to do today? I want to rewatch Rings of Power. That never happens. And I think that's the part they're missing. They're like missing the magic. I think the show would be a great thing in and of itself. I don't even think it would though. I think it'd be fine. It would be a fine show, but I think the problem is, Skillin, it's still missing that magic. Even if like the movies didn't exist, you know? For every final seasons, they just have them damn movies on loop. Yeah. I love them. I've literally, honey, I've been rewatching them at New Year's Eve, and I do it all on New Year's Eve. That's like my whole day plan. I've been doing it every single year since I was 13, and I do the extended edition, so it's like 12 hours. And I legit sit down and watch them, and I finish the last movie in the new year, every single year. So, that's my thing. It is a must, yeah. It's better than the Wheel of Time. I think it is slightly better than the Wheel of Time, but I will say, Nat, the Wheel of Time, while maybe is not as true to the source material and sometimes weirder, it does kind of have a little bit of the magic that I think Rings of Power is missing, because I do feel sometimes like I want to go rewatch, like, Wheel of Time. But I've never sat down and been like, I want to rewatch Rings of Power, ever. So I think, even though it's maybe not as, like, technically good, I think it's better than like Rings of Power. The Mire themselves should feel more epic. Like everything should feel more epic. Disa's performance, yeah, Disa is good. Like there's some characters that are doing a really good job, but I just think overall the whole thing is like missing a little bit of magic. Like you're missing a little bit of the scale of things. You're missing a little bit of the grandeur. Like, I know it's kind of supposed to be about the elves, but the elves seem very unmysterious and very, like, I don't know, like people at one point. Like, they don't seem like themselves. Like, it just, everything about it is a little bit off, it feels like. I don't know. Because they are younger, but they're not young at that point either, you know? I don't know. It's just, for me, it's fine, and I watch it, and it's a decent time, but I'm never gonna go sit down and rewatch it. The writing comes off like Percy Jackson adaptation. Doesn't have a sense of the grand sense of the fantasy. Did Riordan write? Did he write the show? Is that what's happening? movie is always going to be better than a TV show just because each minute on average will have less budget than in a TV show. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that, Farrell. I think the problem is that Rings of Power was given a lot of money to do the show, and they have a really big budget because it's this. But I think it's making them less creative. I think it's making them less proactive with stuff. I think it's making them take less chances. They're not getting as into it, you know? Because I think something about like, I don't know, even I think if the movies had had this big of a budget, it would have been fine. Feels like a modern Wyatt, yeah. I don't, because there's plenty of TV shows I think that are way better than movies. Because there's a lot of movies that just get phoned in. But I don't know. I think this TV show in particular is just like, they know fans are gonna watch it and they don't have to do that much if they don't want to, so they're not doing it. I think that's the really big issue is they know they have an audience that'll watch it. They know people will tune in because it's Lord of the Rings. They don't really have to like make a big effort like the movies did of like convincing people this is what you should spend your time on. Like they already know people are gonna watch it. I feel like it's kind of like what Marvel's been doing lately, where they just kind of phone it in because they know people are gonna watch. That's kind of how Rings of Power feels to me a little bit. Like, they know we're gonna watch it anyway, so why bother, you know? The show a couple times was like, oh my god, that looks so cheap. It looks so cheap. Even the rings, honey. There's like canonical drawings of the original rings and they changed them. I don't know why. Amazon saw the success of Game of Thrones. We're like, we can put in 50% of the effort and get 80% of money. Yeah. As long as like the characters, I can tolerate a TV show. For a movie, the story needs to be superb and the special effects need to at least be decent. Otherwise, I tend to switch it off. Yeah, but it's not even feral. For me, it's not even about the effects. It's about like the overall atmosphere those effects create. Like, if the effects are bad, it could still mean that the product is fun and good. But it like needs to fit, you know? But I think it's like, it just seems cheap in everything. Like, the story was cheap, the costumes were cheap, the acting seems like some of it's fine, some of it's kind of not fine. Just like the whole thing feels very phoned in, you know? I do want Sauron to feel more terrifying. Yeah, it's like none of it matches what you would want it to match, you know? Even his manipulating, like, doesn't seem like it's really there. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it'll get better. But I'm like, I feel like we shouldn't have to wait till season 4 for it to get good, you know? Several other shows with smaller budgets feel so much better. Yeah, it just feels like a big waste. Like, they didn't need to spend this much money for it to be subpar, you know? I don't know anything on Numenor. Me either. The whole Numenor storyline, I'm just kind of over. But even, honestly, I would say too, Ginger, I'm kind of over the dwarf storyline unless it's Disa. Like, every other dwarf storyline, I'm just kind of like, I could take or leave this. But that's kind of how the whole show feels. The whole show feels kind of like, if I hadn't watched this, I'd be fine. The world feels so full. Yeah, it does. It has improved on season 1, but that's like kind of a shame that it's improved on season 1 and it's still kind of meh. I don't know. Like, is it gonna hit its stride in like season 3 or 4? And then we're like, ooh, now it's good. But like, why wouldn't they just start that way? But I think it's because they keep trying to get away with stuff. And then if they don't get away with it, then they're going back and fixing it. I don't know. It's dumb. Okay. The rows take longer now because they're bigger. Crazy how that works. Okay, here's a question though. If he's here, does he need to expand again already? Well, the characters I'm enjoying the Stranger slash Nori the most, maybe. I was excited to see Tom Bombadil. Why don't they get writers who clearly understand the sources? Because they don't care. They're just getting writers that people like the things they've done and not writers that would be good at writing the source material. You know? I don't know. There's some things about like the Stranger Nori I like, and there's some stuff that just, I don't know. That almost to me too, Nat, feels like they're trying to like Oh, maybe they do have to hire from like the associations. There's some stuff that feels like they're trying to recreate like Gandalf Frodo, but it's not quite working. There's some people in the middle of that Venn diagram. There's got to be some though. Like, I feel like I need to expand again already because he's probably only going to go to about here. So I think we need to go 66 already. He getting big and thick. Oh, do I still have coffee? No, I do. It's warmer, but it's still cold. Read the screenplay, like, yeah, no, I can't work with this, rework it. But like, I think that's the problem, is like the directors and the writers are all just kind of phoning it in. So they're probably like, meh, we can make that work, even if the writing's not superb. Like everybody's just kind of like, meh, we'll make it happen. It's fine. It's good enough, you know? Like that feels like the attitude. Maybe that's like the way to phrase it. Is like the attitude for that show is it's good enough, not it's good. Which I think the original trilogy was like, is it good though? They've been fairly faithful. Yeah, I mean they've been fairly faithful. But yeah, it's the atmosphere. It's like the whole atmosphere and the whole vibe. Like they're basically like reading me the book monotone. They're not reading me the book in a way where I'm like, ooh, what's gonna happen next, you know? So I'm like, I'll get the gist of it by the end, but am I gonna be excited about it? I don't know. People sign on because they want to promise salary royalties. Yeah. Well, they don't care. This is the problem too. Everybody's gonna watch it that likes Lord of the Rings because they want to see if it's good and they want to see like the lore they've been reading for years come to fruition. So like even people that hate it, like me who's kind of like on the fence about it, I'm still watching it. So like they're still making money off me watching it. So you know, at the end of the day, like goal achieved, I still watched it. Like the music is good at least, yeah. I wish it was enough to save everything else, but you know. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Barry McCreary mostly, and they brought back Howard Shore. Barry McCreary is one of the only composers that I know by name and I know by sound. Literally, Deepak can tell you guys, but we went and saw, oh, what movie was it? It was like the Lego movie or something, maybe? Something weird. And we were watching the credits, and I was like, I literally know who this composer is off 3 notes. He's like, no, you don't. I was like, yeah, I do, because it's Bear McCreary, and I freaking love that guy. I discovered him when I was watching Battlestar Galactica. If you guys have not seen the new Battlestar Galactica, it's probably one of my favorite shows of all time. But he wrote the music for that whole show, and I am in love. It's one of the best things ever. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. They did have a weird thing where Elrond teleported underground and then was immediately above ground. Wait, is it some illusion by Sauron? But no, he just did kind of, yeah. This is what I'm saying, Ginger. There's no sense of scale. Because there was also an episode, Ginger, where like I know they're close, but they're not that close. There was an episode where like the dwarves go from like the mountain to the elf city, back to the mountain, all in the same episode. You're like, how did they get there? Did it not take time? Like, what happened on the way? Like, because you know that's not like a day journey, you know? But they just like teleport everywhere. Even like when they send like Galadriel and stuff, they're like, all right, you're gonna go do this thing. All of a sudden she's just there. Like, how did she get there? There's not like stuff happening while she gets there where it took like a month or 2, you know? Like they're time jumping and teleporting a lot. But that's part of the problem with the scale, you know? Because you don't feel a sense of it took them time. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Scene the foundry, and the next scene they're back in Khazad-dûm. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, okay. Even within the mountain, I would say, Ginger. I'm like, because they'll go from one spot in the mountain, which you know it's like elaborate, and those tunnels take a long time to traverse. But even the tunnels, they make it seem like everything is really small because it doesn't take them any time to get from one point of a tunnel to another part. It's like they go all the way to the bottom to like some pond, and then they're back up at the top again like 2 minutes later. Like that would have taken a whole day, maybe, you know? Summary end of for a book ending of Lord of the Rings, and I thought it was so trippy. I read the books, but it was hard just because they were so long, and I was reading Harry Potter at the time, so I think it was like because I was a kid. But I've reread them like as an adult, and they're definitely really good. It is a little trippy though. Yeah. Frodo gets stabbed with the damn Dementor looking guy sword. Well, he gets stabbed with the sword, but the sword is like infected because it's also like it's one of the ring wraith swords. So basically it's like a death blade basically. So he basically has a tiny piece of like death in him. That's why it's always in pain. Cuz it's like the other side where the ring wraiths live. And then he hops on a boat and goes to an island. So the island the island is basically like the elves like afterlife kind of. So like that's where he goes when he gets on the boat. He goes to the elves afterlife. So there's no pain, there's no suffering there. It's like heaven, but elves. Yeah, we should be seeing the ring wraith shortly. Oh hi. Oh hi, Luis. I'm coffee shop Ronnie today. I keep getting distracted. 6, 7. Elves want to just go diet. It's more like retirement. You know? It's more like a retirement. Like they go to retire because they don't come back from there. You know? I think they can, but they don't. So it's more like a retirement. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11. But like Florida, if Florida like separated from the contiguous US and was like out in the middle of the ocean, you know? In the Bermuda Triangle. We are. We're talking Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen enough humans for the 9, which feels odd. Yeah. Because I don't think they haven't really shown humans all that much in like Middle Earth yet. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Okay. I like cannot. Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am a little bit worried. I don't have enough stuffing for this guy. It's nice Frodo could just go on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Yeah, it was really nice of them to take him and his uncle on a cruise just because, you know, they helped out a little. Just because they helped out a little. 3, 4, 5. It's the best story ever written. I need to read the Silmarillion. Yeah, you do. Yeah, but they wouldn't have taken Sam anyway. Or I guess I should say Sam would not have gone because Sam had a family and kids. And he had no reason to go. But I think like Frodo and his uncle were both just kind of like done with the real worlds. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they both saved the world, but I think it's also like I get they spend a lot of time with the ring. So for them too, it like is a way to free them kind of from like the lingering effects of the ring as well. 5, 6. Because it's kind of like heaven where there's like no suffering there. So it would relieve both of them of like the trauma of having had the ring for so long, each of them. 6. Yeah, The Lord of the Rings, I would say, is one of those books, honey, where like Tolkien wrote the lore before he was writing the books. Like, he was mapping out the worlds like way ahead of time, which is why the books are so good, because he mapped out like how stuff worked before he started writing. I need to stop talking because I keep losing count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Problem is these rows are so long too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm perfect. 10, 11. Creator language is the most impressive things to me. Yeah. A language that you can like actually study, which is crazy. It's kind of crazy too, like, not that I'm a huge George R.R. Martin stan, but like Dothraki, the actual language, he did write like an actual language. Like, it has like actual syntax. Like, you could learn it. I think it's the same with like Klingon. Like, you could actually learn Klingon. Like, it's a full on actual language that you can learn if you wanted. So it's kind of crazy. And I think he also, High Valyrian is also a full written out language in Game of Thrones. But it's so difficult, yeah. Like, making up an actual language that makes sense and like has syntax that like works and isn't just like English one for one syntax, because not all these languages either are like English one for one. They have like their own syntax. So that's the crazy part, is you can like write a whole different structured type of language, and it has words and grammar and spelling that makes sense. Just be able to write basic sentences in Elvish. Really? Dang. Dang. It's very basic. But still, it's still something. Like my name is, that's still something. I actually tried to learn, Ginger might appreciate this. There's like a language in Doctor Who that's Scalafarian, and you can technically learn to write that, not speak it, but you can write it, and it's all very circular based. And I tried to figure out like how to write that at one point. So I could write very basic stuff like my name and like certain words and stuff. But it's pretty cool. Oh, he is thick. Yeah, it's very pretty looking. It almost looks like, I don't know, kind of like a mix between like a constellation and like a fractal within a circle is how the language looks. Like, it's really cool. It's probably one of the coolest like visual looking languages I've ever seen. Because most of them are obviously just like types of handwriting, but this one, it's more of like a glyph type like writing. So you don't see like letters and words. But even too, what was that game? It's Tunic. The Fox language in Tunic was written out as well, and it's written out like phonetically, so you have to like learn what each letter means phonetically. And then you speak it like you would speak English, but it's written differently, basically. And that was pretty cool. I think, I don't remember who, but I had a chatter when I streamed that like 2 years ago that was explaining the Fox language to me, and I legitimately just spent like an hour of stream like learning the Fox language, and it was so cool. I still want to get that Tunic book. It's like on my wish list. Because I would love to own that. Good Right was Al Bed from FFX. Oh. In Elvish? I can't remember it now. Oh, dang. Just become a pro at, like, Lord of the Rings Elvish. And then your new job, Kupo, can just be teaching it, like, at universities. Built-in, like, job, you know. Balby, hello! Welcome in. How's your day? How's your weekend? We just be out here, crocheting my hands away. FF10 had a language in it called... Oh, it was a language. Oh, okay. I've never heard of that, but I don't play Final Fantasy, so that makes sense. Two Tower scene where Gandalf is explaining how he came back to Middle Earth after fighting the Balrog. He's explaining how he's a Maya, an agent of God, and how his God basically sent him back. Yeah. Yeah. He has to come back until Sauron is dead, because that's Gandalf's, like, whole job. Which, if you're caught up, honey, on season 2 of Rings of Power, that will start making more sense. Like, I think they're gonna get more into that backstory for this season. So you'll become much more familiar with that now. But to make some dinner, so I'll be lurking in and out till it's done. Sounds good. Yeah, I've been having a chill weekend. I actually been in a crochet mood. I spent all of yesterday crocheting, but Jess didn't want you guys to see it because it doesn't have legs. So it's currently behind me, but now we're doing this guy today. I've just had like a chill weekend. I've been getting like chores done, like random stuff around the house. I'm doing laundry, chill things, and then we're streaming today. That's pretty much the weekend. Silmarillion is such a good read. It really is. If you like the lore and like the history of it, it's really good. What's the other one called too, Luis? I know there's like another companion book for the series. I can't remember the name of it. First look at the stage for Billy's concert. The stage setup is so interesting. Looks similar to Kendrick's stage for Ken and Friends. Oh, really? Ooh. It's hard, I have to read, but it's Hollow in the center of her band. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. I'm excited to see when you go, like, what it looks like. Some of what these like bands are doing with like their concert nowadays, these singers, it's really cool. Opening night in Quebec. Ooh. This would make a great sock puppet. Okay, stop calling it a sock puppet. You're making me self-conscious. I promise, okay? He's gonna have a tongue. Do I need to do it now? So we can stop panicking? Maybe we need to do it now. Maybe I need to do it now. He's like getting close with the body. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's only got about this much more and he'll be done with the body at least. Probably to here. Did not mean to cause panic. Collection of 5 different stories. Yeah, but there's another book that's separate, isn't there, Luis? It's like separate from the Silmarillion. Berian and Luthien couldn't go to the Undying Lands, but Frodo and Bilbo can. Yeah, I think that Ginger though is more the element of time and the element of like all the elves it took Frodo and Bilbo being like tired of the world and less strict about the rules kind of thing. Because when Berian and Luthien couldn't go, it was much of a stricter time. But by the time like Frodo and Bilbo were going, everybody's been like very lax about stuff because they're just trying to like survive, you know? Wild but fun, but also wilds.